Coon. Salutations to the primes. Peace to everybody in the YouTube. Peace to everybody in the Facebook. Can you hear me loud and clear? Let me know. What's up? What's up? What's up? Kum Ucha. Salutations to the primes. What's up? Salutations. Salutations. What's going on to the family? Y'all in here, state your name, put it in the comment section. You are relevant. You are relevant. Yes, I love y'all. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the movement. Share the video. You know we glitching in the matrix right now. Alrighty. So I wanted to share some information with you about the 90-day water cleanse. Of course, this is the 7th year we done the 90-day water cleanse. Coming up on the 7 years of doing it. Okay. So I got a 100. Thank you. Sister Cotton Fear in the house. Shout out to the family. Alrighty. Feeling really good. Feeling really, really good. Alright, so I wanted to go over a couple things with you about the 90-day water cleanse and what it's about. And I'm going to be reading from the 90-day water cleanse book. For the people that's just coming in, you see the title 90-day water cleanse. It's coming up February 1st, 2024 of the Gregorian calendar. Are you ready? Are you ready for that smoke? Shout out to Bankstar. Bankstar Goddess, greetings 9. Yo, where you been at, Goddess? Oh man, I love you. Thank you for supporting. Man, I really appreciate your presence. Thank you for all the all-stars for coming in from the YouTube and the Facebook. Yeah. Man, I was having a little technical difficulties. You said I did 30 days just water. Okay, that's cool. I'll go over the rules of the 90-day water cleanse for you. As you know, it is a book. It is a book. You don't got that book. It's a book called the 90-day water cleanse. That is Master Key Application 909 from the Messiah Code Movement. All right, I will be sharing that with you tonight. As you see, let me see if it can come on the screen. Let me see if I can get it on the screen for you. Yeah, thank you for your presence. Share the video. 90-day water cleanse. Everybody talking about New Year's resolution. New Year's resolution. All right, we're going to go over the 90-day water cleanse. If you don't got this book, you should have this book. All right. You should have this book right here. It is essential to the 90-day water cleanse, and it'll give you a guideline for each day. All right. So, yeah. Let me see. I'm going to break down some stuff. I wanted to read some stuff from the 90-day water cleanse, and I'm going to break down the principles. All right. And the rules. The rules to the game. We're going to get to the rules of the shuffle. All right. My fault. Let me put this on here. Y'all see what this is? This is the body of the Messiah, of course. These are the numbers that flow between 1 and 31. Collectively, we all represent the body of this being. You know, if anything you want me to say to you right now, and let's make this, let's put this information out there. This is my proclamation. This is my proclamation to everyone. The Messiah has returned. Now you say, man, the Messiah, like what type of Messiah are you talking about? Because this religious concept has been, revealed to us in many, many ways. All right. So what I'm going to give to you today, and the information I'm going to share with you, is that the returning of the Messiah actually represent a network. All right. We collectively represent that body of that Messiah that creates the network itself. All right. And each principle or each body part represents a room within the temple of thought. Okay, so we learn different things when we channel within ourselves. You get what I'm saying here? Y'all, see me? Yeah, for real. Follow me, man, on what I'm saying. So now, you got. We're gonna talk about the 4 principles of the 90-day water cleanse. Okay, so this is important. This is important because within the 90-day water cleanse, you got 4 principles. 4 principles. Excuse me. You got 4 principles that are associated with it. You got El Raju, which is the returning, which comes in 1 measure. You got El Tajdid, which is the rejuvenating, all right, which is the first meal consisting of 9 attributes. Then you got El Takik, which is the fulfilling, which is the second meal. It represents 2 faces. And then you got El Muktafia, which is the sustaining, which is representing what you choose, which is wisely. All right. So this talks about, just giving you a brief introduction of this book. All right, excuse me. Just giving you a brief introduction of this book. I'm gonna read to you real quick, and then I'm gonna move forward and talk about these principles called El Raju, El Tajdid, El Takik, and El Muktafia. Now, these are principles within ourselves. These are principles that we channel within ourselves to find a deeper understanding of why we're doing the fast. All right? Like, we're not doing the fast to lose weight or anything like that. I mean, you can be doing it for that reason if that's the case. But when you're essentially doing a fast, you're doing it for spiritual reasons. All right? So now, let's break this down. As you notice, the word water is mentioned a total of 722 times in the Bible, more often than faith, hope, prayer, and worship. The word El Ma'a, water, in Arabic appears 63 times in the Quran. There are many origins of water when it comes to this planet. All right? So just giving reference, these holy scriptures, they gave reference to water more times than faith. More times they gave reference to water than hope. More times they gave reference to water than prayer. More times they gave reference to the water than worship. Y'all see where I'm going here. All right? Essentially, we come from the greater waters of thought. Okay? Or the mental reservoir is where we essentially pull a lot of these creative thoughts that we consider to be manifested reality. All right? So now breaking this stuff down, let's start. So the first principle of the 90-day water cleanse, okay? The first principle or the first discipline is called El Raju. Now this is all dealing with the principles of the age of Aquarius as well. As you know, I put noon up there. You said, man, that's noon. You said, Lamel, you put noon up there. Man, oh, somebody's smelling what's going on. So I put noon up there. Noon is the primordial waters from which we all came from. The primordial waters. Now, the primordial waters is what gives life to everything. El Ma'a or Mak, or also noon. Now, I broke this down the other day. Yes, El Raju. I broke this down the other day because this is called the returning. See, when you're doing this fast, you are focusing on the returning. This is the first principle. Now, again, you got 4 disciplines within the fast and how you're going to be committed to the water fast and cleansing. All right, first of all, it's no sugar. No sugar is committed. No sugar is permitted. Only sugar that you get is from the fruit or the vegetables that you eat. All right? Now, you start your day off with 8 to 10 ounces of water. All right? And then next, after that, your first meal is fruit. And from there, you proceed on your day. Now, you should be drinking enough water according to your weight. You will have to check that out and see how much, water you should be drinking according to your weight. All right? And then next, after that, you have your meal, which is, you have your, I'll break this stuff down. But your meal consists of, your preferred diet, whatever you eat, the things that you like to eat. But again, no sugar, no caffeine is permitted in this diet, in this fast or this cleansing. Okay? And then lastly, your last meal or whatever you eat last should be a non-processed meal, which is something that is not cooked. It's something that your body cooks. And throughout the day, you drink enough water to sustain your mind and sustain the vitality for what you need. All right? Now, let's break down the principles of what this stuff represents. Let's break down the principles of what this stuff represents. You got the first discipline, which is called El Raju. Okay. Begin your day with prayer to the universal force. Then you proceed to drink 8 to 10 ounces of water. Through the course of your day, you should drink about a gallon of water. Like I said, depending on your weight as well. We regard water to be directly related to us and also see the living force of intelligence within the nature of its manifestation. The water gives us guidance, and through meditative suggestion, we are able to visualize a portion of the great mental reservoir, the cloud of thought that reigns upon the minds of the Walu, divine manifestation. So it talks about this in the Quran. It says, Quran 23:81, and we sent down water from heaven in proper quantity, and we made earth its dwelling, and we are able to take it away. Okay? Giving reference to the water. As we commit ourselves to this tradition of water cleansing, you might ask yourself, why should I take the time to do this? It's many things we can say about water and what it does for the body. But the purpose of this tradition is for you to also benefit from it in a spiritual capacity. Let's move forward. Refresh your mind with the idea of becoming new through your journey. This is a stage, and its approach comes in a 90-day increment. Take each day to reflect on life. Each day. Thank the great ocean for the provision of substance. Enjoy the moment of prosperity. You are one with the water. This is all about Raju, the returning. Okay? This is what we're giving reference to when we're talking about the returning. So, Ashe. Thank you. So, you have moved through all objects and always returned to the essence of your being. You have shared that which creates all life. You give the spark of intelligence to all that creates of this planet. One's journey never ends. And as we begin the destination of this challenge, it always leads towards what? Prosperity. You see the wave. You see the wave right there. We riding the wave right now. That's noon right there. Psh, man, that's noon. When you see that symbol, you see noon. The primordial waters. But noon is also regarded as Anun, the Most High. All right? The Most High God. Because we all come from the essence of water. We all come from the essence of water. All life comes from the essence of water, essentially. All right? So let's move forward. Let's get it. So Quran 2:164. In the creation of the heavens and the earth, in the alteration of night and day, in the ships that sail the oceans for the benefit of mankind, in the water which Allah sent down from the heavens and brought with it life to the earth after being dead, and gave life in it to every kind of land animal, and in directing the winds, and in the clouds that are enslaved between the heavens and the earth. All these signs are signs for the people who comprehend. Oh my God. It's for those that comprehend. You say comprehend like what? Those that know the science. Those that know the science of these things. And how these things flow through the elements. Because it's a universal force. It's a universal force that has a relationship with all these things. It's the water. Man, you see how the Quran was busting that down? In the creations of the heaven and the earth, and the alteration of night and day, in the ships that sail the oceans for the benefit of mankind, in the water which Allah sent down from the heavens. Man, don't you know scientists, they say that they call them trans-Neptunian meteoroids that are filled with water. They said it probably, the early existence of this planet, it was probably a lot of trans-Neptunian meteors that hit that collided with the planet, that filled it with the oceans. That's deep. That's deep. It's a whole science behind that. So let's move forward. The 90-day, look, the cleansing is a 90-day period of rebirth, and every day has a cognitive principle attached to it. One is to drink at least a gallon of water per 24 hours. This ensures that your mind and body has the fuel it needs to ignite one of the many God particles, namely creativity. Come on, man. Woo, 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 woo. Yo, man, when you drinking that water, when you on that water, you start getting creative. You start feeling the wave. You start throwing pebbles or throwing boulders in the ocean, creating ripple effects. Come on, man. We messiahs. Let's move on to the second principle, because the second principle is called what? El Tajdeed. We talked about the returning, which is El Raju. Remember that. Now we're going to go to El Tajdeed. El Tajdeed, man, this is the principle of the rejuvenating, because the remember the law that embodied the principle of El Raju was the returning, was basically returning to the essence, remembering from that which you came. All right, that's why we drink the water first. That's why when we wake up, we give reference to the creator or whatever power that we associated with. And then what we do is we drink the water because we came from the water. Real simple. All right. So now you got the second principle, which is the rejuvenating. Now that you return, you gave reference. Now it's about the rejuvenating. El Tajdeed. El Tajdeed. All right. So El Tajdeed, which is the rejuvenating. Okay. Let me read this real quick. So the second discipline is called El Tajdid, the rejuvenating. You are called by the fruits of life to rejuvenate the mind, body, and spirit in light of what the universe Shel Om has provided. 2 hours after the commencement of El Raju, we proceed to the next phase of cleansing by eating fruit. Eat fruit as your first meal. Remember, no sugar is permitted, so you must get the sugar you crave from the fruits and vegetables. Let's move forward. What it says in the Quran, 21:30. Do not those who disbelieve see that the heavens and the earth were meshed together. Then we ripped them apart, and then we made of water everything living. Would they still not believe? Man, so the rejuvenating, why are you eating fruit? Because you know fruit is closely connected to the water. You eat fruit because the fruit is closely connected. So what's the next portion? If you gave reference to the water by drinking the water, now what are you going to eat? You're going to eat fruit. You're going to eat fruit. Real simple. To energize you. To give you that positive flow. Bing. Give you that positive flow. Bing. And then at nighttime, you get that negative flow from the vegetables. Boom. You feel me? It's all harmony. It's all harmony within yourself. So you eating that fruit to get that positive bing, and then you eating the vegetables to get the negative boom. All right? So now, what it says, the pre-confirmand. Now you say, well, what the freak is a confirmand, Lamel? No, you're just getting crazy on it. Because I said the pre-confirmand should eat fruits that give the sustenance of vitality. Let's pause the brakes and find out what a confirmand is. Because if I'm putting this in the description of this book and what I'm saying and what I'm conveying the thought to you, hopefully you would know what I'm saying when I'm saying the pre-confirmand. Because a confirmand is one who is committed to a religious rite. I'm just keeping it real. One who is associated with a religious rite. Now, this religious or spiritual rite gives you the ability literally to have inalienable rights throughout the world. So that's what, like a confirmand, like when you in baptism, when you committed to baptism, you're a confirmand. All right. So you're a pre-confirmand because you're thinking about doing the water fast and you haven't done it as of yet. And this is a spiritual event. This is not something just for weight loss. This is something for weight loss when you losing that the earthly stuff that you need, the baggage that you need to let go. That's what this water cleanse is all about. It ain't all about what people be, you know what I'm saying? It's about becoming a greater version of ourselves. Real simple. So the pre-confirmand should eat fruits that give sustenance of vitality. Yes. Create a menu to change up the routine of discipline. Get creative. Remember, the fruit that you eat carries information to ignite the soul mind. The confirmand is one who has completed a religious rite, thus making one a what? Secured party. Secured party by committing or completing a religious rite. A fast is a religious rite. Is it not? Because you got 5 pillars of literally religious rites. You got 5 pillars that are associated with it. You got death, you got decay, you got gestation, you got fertilization, and then you got rebirth. Let's go. Let's smoke them out. Let's smoke them out for real. So, moving forward, the 4 corners of the earth, north, east, south, and west, The four variables represent the four great ancestors: air, water, fire, and earth. So bits are binary digits and the tiniest increment of data in a computer. A bit can hold only one of two values, 0 or 1, corresponding to the electrical values of off or on. So this is positive or negative. This is what I'm saying. Like all these air, water, earth, fire, all the positive and negative, all these forces are balanced within the universe. All right. And this is also the binary sequence, moving on to the quaternary sequence. So bits or bytes or information, because you take a bite. When you take a bite, this is what I'm saying. When you take a bite of that fruit, you're taking bites of information. It's a bite of information because the sun is the sun is shedding light to the earth. If the sun is shedding light to the earth, it's an expression of an explosion. You know, when you having a thought in your mind, it's like a form of an explosion. And the fusion creates the heat in your body. So the fusion of the sun creates the heat in the solar system. But that light or that thought hits the trees. And then the trees, they breed the fruit. And then the fruit, we eat the fruit. So the fruit becomes the bites, or we take bites, megabytes of information from the source. You get it? That's why I'm saying it's digital information. When you eating from the fruits, when you eating the fruits of the earth, you're eating digital information. Man, this is deep. So now we talk about El Tajdid. El Tajdid has 9 attributes. Let's get it right. So El Tajdid has 9 attributes, or what we consider to be reflective initiations. Reflective and initiations, meaning that what? You are your own judge, meaning that you have to reflect in the mirror. Yo, man, this is real. When I break this stuff down, when you read the book, you'll be able to have clarity. You like any book that I share with you, you'll be like, okay, when we sit back and have a discussion about it, we'll have ultimate clarity on life in a subject matter of what we're studying at the moment. I'm telling you. So for anybody that got the 90-day water cleanse, or who has been doing it with us for the last 7 years, let's go February 1st, y'all. February 1st, 2024 of the Gregorian calendar, we start in the 90-day water cleanse. So it's a leap year next year. It's a leap year next year. So what you know is that we're doing it from February 1st to March 1st. All right, so let's get it. No, May 1st, excuse me. February 1st to May 1st. All right, let's get it. So shout out to all the Purple Heart soldiers in the building as well. Y'all know who y'all are. Let's get it. So we got El Tajdid. So El Tajdid is guarded by 9 principles. So the 9 attributes that guard El Tajdid is love, intense feeling of affection. But we can subject love to many other things, because love is in the eyes of the beholder. I'm gonna say that because each one of us share love in a different way. So ixnay that meaning, and I'm gonna say it's a deeper meaning to what this meaning of love represents. But let's say a intense feeling of affection. We got joy, all right, which is an attribute of El Tajdid, which is a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. You say, why is that? Why is joy a attribute of El Tajdid when you're doing a fast or the rejuvenating? Because when you're doing a fast, you can't be acting like you sad because you're not indulging in what the other people are indulging in. You got to be joyful that you're doing the fast in the first place. I'm gonna keep it real. You got to be like, yo, man, I'm doing this for me, to become a better version of myself. I want to be a better me. So like Only thing you got to do is just be joyful. When people are indulging in what they're indulging in, you're not worrying about it, because you know the universe has a greater reward for you. All right. So then we got peace, which is the freedom of disturbance and tranquility. When you're in your fast, when you're doing your fast, you're in your meditation, you're in your peace mode. You're staying in a realm where you're dealing with inner reflections of how you're going to grow within yourself. So that peace and that solitude is something that you need for the tranquility and freedom from disturbance. This is what you need, that peace. All right. And this is what the fast is going to provide or going to yield. All right, because you're not going to be indulging in the regular things that you be indulging in, all right, or what you consider to be worldly. All right, it's a time to be worldly, I guess, because we don't want to be too stiff in a certain type of way. We want to be able to converse with the world or be able to connect. But what I'm saying is, you're committed to a 90-day discipline for yourself to be better. All right, so now you got, which is peace. You got long suffering. So long suffering is patience in spite of troubles, especially those caused by other people. This long suffering, man. This is something that the fast teaches you as well. All right, so that's very deep, and essentially because a lot of things that happen, you know, you just got to move forward. Like, let's say if it's trash in your neighborhood, you waiting for somebody else to clean it up instead of you cleaning it up. You seeing trash, you walking by the trash every day and say, man, I live in a dirty neighborhood, instead of you making the neighborhood clean. So patience in spite of troubles, especially those caused by other people, is long suffering. That's what it represents. Then you got gentleness, which is the quality of being kind, tender, and mild-mannered. So yes, it teaches you gentleness, because why? If you're doing a water fast or doing a cleansing, you can't be all up in them people's faces saying, why ain't you fasting? Why ain't you doing this? I'm doing it. And then you looking real stupid. So you should not, you looking like a hypocrite. So what you should do is move with meekness, gentleness, and be kind, tender, and mild-mannered when you're doing this fast, and respect everyone for whatever life that they're living. All right? Then you say goodness, the quality of being morally good or virtuous. This teaches you goodness in a sense, because why? The things that you spending your money on, that you usually spend your money on, and whatever, you give this to the poor. You give this to those that are in need. That same thing that you was doing, you was indulging in, you indulging in something great, because it's a habit. You switch the mode of the habit. You say, man, shit, well, I was getting high on this, I'm going to get high on this. I'm serious. And this will convert. You will convert any energy that was held against you in any way of being prosperous or connecting up with the world. Because as a Messiah, like, man, a lot of people, let me keep it real, y'all. A lot of people, they're called gods, goddesses, yeah, because y'all want to be worshipped or some situation like that. And then people are called kings and queens, because why? They want to be admired. And then people want to be emperors and empresses because they want to conquer people. But I call y'all messiahs. And you say, well, why are we called messiahs? Because a messiah is a leader or a savior of a particular group or cause. All right. But also in this day and time, I'm going to tell you, a messiah is one who is preparated for war. One who is preparated for war. And I want you to get ready, because you get laced up with all these weapons to conquer the war within yourself. So yeah, you got faith, which so happens to be the seventh attribute, complete trust or confidence in someone or something. You know, a lot of us got to have a little bit of faith, you know, tapping into that which is unseen. You know, Gabriel, you know, when I think of Gabriel's name in a biblical sense, it's also the word Ghabi, which is, Ghabi means the hidden one. It means the hidden one. This is an attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being the hidden one that gives you the messages through a hidden story agenda or a hidden timeline that you tap into within your mind. And then as you open up the mainframe of thought, you begin to literally unravel the mysteries of the universe. So this is all a part of the faith that you got to trust in to bring forth the greater version of yourself. All part of the codex. Meekness, the fact of what? The fact of being, or the condition of being meek or submissive. Okay, so this goes back to reflecting on the goodness. You think about water. I'm going to say one thing about water. People argue about water, but we share the water with everyone of the world. Our body, the 71% water. Listen, our body has literally the water that has transcended in our body or traversed through our body, has traversed through the cosmos. At some point, it was in somebody else's body. The same water that rain, look, that rained down on the heaven, that rained down from the heavens. Listen, a lot of people, I got some real smoke for y'all, real quick. Yo, a lot of people say, yo, Lamel, where you getting all this information from about the Messiah code, about the age of information? We're getting all from. I say, well, you want to know my source? Besides the sources that you can look up and that I give reference to, I'm gonna tell you my source real quick. If you ever look at the rain, you wonder what the rain source is. That's my source. You ever look at the ocean, you wonder where the ocean, what is the source of the ocean? Well, that's my source. You ever look at you ever look at the way the water flows from the mountain, and you wonder what the source is of the water that flows from the mountain? I'm gonna say, well, that is my source. All right. This is the same source of where I get my information from. Real simple. And times they call it El Ma'a. In Arabic, El Ma'a, which is the water. And also El Ma'a is math or mathematics. Because within the water, if you move in it any way, you affect the whole water. You just don't affect yourself. You affect the whole water. You affect the whole pool of thought. It's not just you anymore. You're affecting everything. All right. I was on a tangent. So temperance. So when the water cleanse, you learn about temperance. So temperance is the absence of alcohol from an alcoholic drink. All right. So why are you on a water cleanse? The water cleanse, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol at all. All right. Alcohol, because we're drinking water, we're doing a cleansing. So if we're cleansing the inside of us in some sort of way, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol. All right? Because alcohol in some sort of way has sugar in it. And you remember, part of this fast, one of the main ingredients of this fast is the absence of sugar. You're only getting natural sugar from fruit that you eat. In an increment diet, like how you eat it. And you're not going to pop or drink anything or whatever, but you're drinking water all day. Now you can have what they consider to be H3O, which is when you mix fruit with water. You can do anything that you want, but the idea is to drink water. You're not having no sugar in your drink that from anything except from the fruit. That's it. So what it says this: you learn to start your day with the right things. This is very important in light that you want to give yourself the best chance when you start your day. The spirit of the water and fruit will change your being and your approach towards the world. All right? It will make you feel ready and full of energy, prepared to face the challenges ahead. Having a clear mind will make will make choices throughout the day a lot easier. Most people say that their dreams become more vivid as they move forward in the 90-day water fast and cleansing. All right? So, you know what's so deep about this? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna move fast forward in this book because I'm gonna send you the book. I'm not gonna just like spoil the whole book for you. Like just read the book yourself. You get on the email list. You're a part of the movement. You know what it is. I'll send you a book. Look out for the cookout. I also put a new Cash App in the building. I think that'll be a little bit more easier for everyone. For the books. Now, you should be on the email list. If not, make sure that you get on the email list. The Messiah Code 131@gmail.com. Very easy. It's very easy. Okay. Let me move forward. I want to show y'all something that's very special on this. What's up, y'all? Y'all good? You ain't go to sleep on me, right? Like, yo, man, last going hard, man. Because, man, I could have just scrolled off on all this information and started going hard on y'all. Like, it's cool, man. Like, please read the book. You get the book, read it. All right. Let me move forward because I'm going to talk about El Tahqiq, which is the fulfilling, and then El Muqtafiyah, which is the sustaining. These are the last portions of the meal, or the last portions of the discipline. Let me talk about this part of the book for y'all, because I really love this part of the book. All right, so each day of the book has an affirmation. All right, each day of the fast, you have an affirmation. For instance, look, it says this. It says, all right, this is the first day. The first day is called Harukme, which represents movement. And the affirmation is Anuki Kul Ashuk wa Kul Ashuk Kalun Fini, which is I am all love and all love is within me. All right? So that's what it said. Anuki Kul Ashuk wa Kul Ashuk Kalun Fini. All right? So now, it's the supreme grand mathematics, knowledge, the foundation of all things, a clear and certain perception of information learned by one's ability of looking, listening, and observing. And then you got all and everything in creation, the substance that fills and surrounds what we know and don't know to be existence. All right, so this is your progress report that you write yourself. The water consumption, your goals, your weight, the hours awake, and then your hours of rest. This is something that you write for yourself on your first day. You're starting off and you figure out how much, what you did, all right? You logging it down. And then we go on to the second day and moving forward. But you're learning about the body. I'm just saying, you're learning about the body because remember, the body is broken down in 1 through 31. But also after the 31, you move from the other numbers on up to 99. Because that is the upgraded version of the Messiah. That's when the Messiah resurrects, or what we consider the upgraded body of the Messiah. Okay? Because you have the body of manifestation, and then you have what is considered to be the body of resurrection. All right? So these two bodies we got to learn because we learn in portions of ourselves. All right? Now, let me move forward. I'll show you, for instance. Watch. So 31, 1 through 31, we know that. That's the body, 131. Okay? If I ask you to pick a number between 1 and 31, your birthday is going to reside on a 1 and 31 number. We don't know what year it is because we only deal with the cycles of things. That's Genesis 1:14 through 19. All right? We only deal with the cycles. All right, the cycles of how things operate. And in the age of what we consider to be Aquarius, in the age of Aquarius, it is actually 392 days in the calendar. Excuse me. I was about to say something else. But it's 392 days in the calendar because we're moving back to the 7. You say, well, why are we moving back to the 7? Well, if creation was done in a principle of 7, well, why aren't we in a sequence of 7? 365 days is in a sequence of 7. It is not an evenly divided sequence of 7. So we move on an evenly divided sequence of 7, which is 392 days, which is 14 months in your calendar. All right? Each month having 28 days. Cool. All right, moving back to the 7, because you got the 7 periodical moments of creation. What is that? You got the mind, you got vibration, you got you got the mind, you got vibration, you got you got the mind, you got correspondence, you got vibration, you got polarity, you got rhythm, you got cause and effect, and you got gender. All of these are the 7 principles of creation, of how things manifested. Those are the 7 principles. Again, you got the mind, you got correspondence, which is as above, so below. Because if it comes from the mind, you need correspondence, because correspondence brings the principle into manifestation. So as you bring in the principle into manifestation, you need the vibrations. You need the vibratory rate in order for the frequency to manifest. Because whether you know it or not, all matter once was light energy, or it can be transmitted to light energy. Okay, in another form, because, for instance, light has a weight. You can weigh something. When you weigh something in an observable universe and add the weight of light to it, it has a component of mathematics to make you can configure something or configure something to deal with that type of how should I say, because, excuse me, let me start over. Because like, for instance, Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about this. He said, when you reach for a quarter, as you touch the quarter, you push the quarter back. Let's say you got a quarter in your car, and then you try to reach for it. And as you reach for it, you actually push it and move it a little bit forward as you reach for it, because of the impression of what you bring to the manifestation of life itself. You have a principle, a weight. All right, so you got to put that in the equation. That's the same thing for the observable universe. All right, man, this is deep. Let's move forward, because I went off on a tangent. Yo, the one. All right, now we move past the 31, right? Look, here we go. This is what we call the upgraded body of the Messiah. I showed y'all the 1 through 31. Now this right here is the upgraded. These are the other numbers from 32 to 99. And yo, this makes so much sense. When you start to dissect this body and you learn about this body right here, it makes so much sense why everything is this way. Yo, it's literally a star map. What if I tell you this body right here is a star map? You say, Lamel, how can this be a star map? Yo, man, first of all, how many degrees in a circle? If you in the chat, put it in the comment section, how many degrees in a circle? If you in the chat, or anybody can put, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you at, how many degrees in a circle? 361. Is it? Hello? How many degrees in a circle? All right, we got 361. Thank you. That's cool. Thank you. 361. Anybody else? 361. Now, I'm not coercing you to say that, because we should know by now, when I'm sharing information with you, I'm coming from that realm of thought. I'm coming from that realm of thought of saying that it's 361 degrees in a circle. And then you will understand why I said that this is a star map. This is literally a star map. Ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, messiahs. All right? This is literally a star map. All right. Now, the hottest thing about the star map is that you operating from the dot. So you utilizing the map, and you are the center of the map. You say, man, you pulling me, man. Break this down, Lamel. All right, look. All right, so let me see if I can do this. All right, as y'all see, right? Let me see. Let's break this down. I'm going to show you why this is a star map. So now we started at the top. This is the number 32. Now the 32 is significant because it represents a network itself. Because the way we communicate right now is through a protocol called IPv4. And IPv4 is a sequence of 32 frames, or should I say. Like you got something what is called an octet. And an octet is split in 4 versions of it, which would equal 32. So in that octet, they would split the octet up in 8, and then 8 times 4 would equals 32. So these are all your IP addresses, or the things that we utilize to get on the internet. To simplify it, your address is between the sequence of this protocol called IPv4. All right, which starts at the number 32. Now the 32 is also significant of music, okay? Because we're talking about measures and we're talking about the harmony of sound. So that's why this is located at the nose, or at the third eye. The triangle is located at the third eye. So this is a station, a network to open up your third eye. All right? We operating from the dot. So if we started from the dot, we starting from the head. Now, in the previous version of the Messiah, it was the manifested body. So we started from the right foot. You get it? We started from the right foot. So the Messiah is able to take the right foot and also the crown to move in that sequence. But we started from the right foot. All right? So moving down to 32, you got 33. You see that? 33. 33 represents the vertebrates. That's the triangle with the 3 dots around it. See, now this would be like if extraterrestrials were talking to us in some sort of way, but they're talking to us with mathematics. I'm not saying that this is an alien technology, but it is a form of an alien technology, because I'm utilizing symbols to depict numbers. Or I'm not utilizing it. This information actually was given to us. All right? So now look at this. You got 33. That represents the 33 vertebrates of the spine. Shout out to Justin. What's up, man? I see you in the building. Yo, look. These are the 33 vertebrates of the spine. This is a star map. And then you got going down. What is that? Can you read that number? If you smart, I know y'all intelligent people, man. Can you read that number right there? That number right there underneath the 33. I told you that the 3 triangles. Anybody in the chat, I want you to make a guess what the number is underneath the triangle with the 3 dots. Now the triangle with the 3 dots, I gave you a hint. It's 33. Because you're looking at the geometrical shape to represent 3, which is the triangle, and then the 3 dots. We say, man, oh shit, that's 33. So you just solved the puzzle. All right. So now I'm showing you the next sequence. What is that next symbol represent right there? What does it represent? The triangle with the square in the middle. What does it represent, y'all? What number is it? Anybody can put it in the comment section. Take a guess. Come on, take a guess. The number underneath the triangle with the 3 dots. Critical thinking. What number is it? Let me give y'all a couple seconds to catch up. All right? If you don't know what this number is, 34. Good guess. I'm pretty sure you know this by now, my queen. All right, you know this anyway. I know you know this science. The reason why I'm asking everyone, because you're looking at geometrical shapes to represent numbers. You're not just looking at a number that they gave you through the Greek system or whatever system, wherever you at on the planet. You're looking at a geometrical shape to represent a number. So therefore, the principle is universal. It's universal. It's not just something that's defined to one language. If I share this image with you, right there, and you know what it represents, yo, man, this is the science of your body. Yo, this is the science of your body. You know what it represents? The 34, 3 times 4 actually represents the 12 vertebrates of the thoracic spine. The 12 vertebrates of the thoracic spine. 3 times 4. See, if you notice, it's a triangle. It's a triangle around a square. So if we say a triangle around a square, the triangle around a square is what? 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So right there at the chamber of the heart, right there at the chamber of the heart, at the number 34, is the thoracic spine. The thoracic spine has 12 vertebrates. All right. And then you see the square in front. What does the square in front represent? Man, that represents the what do you call them? Oh man, it's slipping my mind. You got 4 of them. You got 4 of them that's attached to the heart. You got 4 of them that's attached to the heart. Come on, man. Do I have to look at it? It just make it slip in my mind. Chambers. Hold up. The chambers attached to the heart are called what? Because it slipped my mind. The atriums. My fault. The 2 upper chambers. I'm gonna show y'all that. You want me to show y'all that? Look how this is relative to the information I'm sharing with y'all. You say, man, the science, they're really giving us information about who we are. This is a science about who we are. Look, man, my fault. I got y'all. Look at this. What does it say right there? It says the 2 upper chambers of the heart are called the atrium. The 2 lower chambers are called what? The ventricle are called ventricles. All right. The blood flows from the body and the lungs to the atria, and from the atria to the ventricles. The ventricles pump blood out of the heart to the lungs and the other part of the body. So it's 4 of them, 2 positive and 2 negative. All right. So you got 1 on your left side and 1 on your right side. Like, for instance, you got 2 atrium on your left side. You got 2 atrium on the upper side, right? And then you got the ventricles at the bottom side, but you got 1 left and 1 right, 1 positive and 1 negative. This is what I'm saying. 1 positive and 1 negative, 1 negative and 1 positive. This is at your heart. At your heart is really a electrical circuit or a chamber. All right. My fault. Let's see. And animation of the heart and the circuit. It's an let me see if I can find. They got animations, but I'm not going to go too far in the tangent. But what I'm saying is, back to the point that I was making, that this is a star map. This is a star map that I was sharing with you. The what we consider to be the see if it's gonna let me do it. But I was trying to show y'all that, man, If you notice, like, just dealing with the heart, but Messiah, the resurrected body, oh fuck, can y'all see that? If you look at that body, you see it right there. So that's what this means. And moving down, man, we moving down, because these are all colors that are associated with this as well, because you had the blue, and then you had the green, and then you go, and then you go moving down, you got the number 35. You see 35 right there? You said, man, that looks like a 35, man, because you see the 3 on the outside, which is the triangle, and you see the 5 in the middle, which is the 5 points. All right? Which is literally 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? So, check this out. Man, it's principles for each one of these. Look, watch this. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. It's principles for each one of these we learning each day. Each day we learning the principle, what it represents, and it's going to make sense to you. Excuse me. I'll read that to y'all later. See? 32 is called the hidden eye, which is El Anun. El Anun. Look. 33 is called Mum Kalima, the mother's sacred word. Mum Kalima. 34. We at 34 is El Kisei, which is the spiritual heart. See, the spiritual heart shines green. Why? Why is that? Because this is easy, man. This is easy, man. Like when they give you the chakras, they give you, look, these are nodes. These are what is considered to be nodes. All right? You're tapping into a network, a greater station. The body, the whole body is a mind. Pretend that, let's just say this. Your whole body is a mind. How about that? And different portions of your body tap in greater portions of yourself, so you'll understand the mind. That's why you got to have certain portions of your body intact by eating right. Let me keep it real. Listen. So El Kisei, the spiritual heart, if you notice, it shines green. Why? Because the blue of the throat, because the blue of the throat is for communication. It's for communication. All right? That's why the blue is at the throat box. But it goes to green. It goes to green at the heart, because at the bottom of the heart, you got the psyche. This is right here. I'm talking about your own body. Look. Excuse me. You got the 33 vertebrae, and then you got the spiritual heart, and then you got right here. This is 34. This is excuse me. This is 34 right here. This is 35. I meant to say this is 35, because you got 34 right here, which is your spiritual heart. It sits in the middle of your chest. 35 is right there. Number 35 is right there. It's called the psychic. It's called the psychic, and its color is yellow. And the reason why it's yellow, because it represents a light bulb coming on. Like literally a light that's turning on. That's why you feel a certain feeling in your gut when things go wrong, because it's the psychic part of yourself. All right? Or you feel things like, man, I shouldn't do this in a certain type of way, and you feel it right here. You feel it right below your heart, which is right there, which is called the psychic. And then I showed you, this is a star map. That's why I said, this is a star map. This whole Messiah body and everything, star map, y'all. This is a star map of yourself. This is all the star map of yourself. Yo, man, let me go real deep real quick, and I'm gonna even take it deeper. If you notice, you got the 50s and the 70s. All right, the 50s and the 70s. Look, the 50s and the 70s. Now, what's so significant about the 50s and the 70s? They're right on the hip. You know why they're on the hip? Because they're on an axis point of oneself. It's the hip. The hips are the axis. So look, check it out. You got the 50s. Why would the 50s guard the lower portion, and why would the 70s guard the higher portion? All right, because this is literally a star map of how the universe moves within yourself. All right. Look, the 50s, if you know that, like the 50s, you got degrees. Each degree, excuse me, like you notice on the hip, that's a 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? That's a 50. Over here, that's a 70. All right? You notice because it has 7 points. 50 and 70. Wow. Both of them are prime numbers. So this is very deep. And they have a compass on them so you can measure the world, a right angle. You notice? Now, check this out. When you measure the degrees of the world beneath you, you measure it 20 degrees for each number. So if you go from 1 to 9, you'll have 180 degrees below you. You feel me? You go, for each number, you add 20 degrees. For instance, you'd be like, 1, that's 20 degrees. 2, that's 40 degrees. 3, that's 60 degrees. 4, that's 80 degrees. 5, that's 100 degrees. 6 is 120 degrees. 7, that's 140 degrees. 8, that's 160 degrees. And 9 is 180 degrees. Flat. You feel that? So you get 20 degrees for each number. That's why you measuring with the 50s. All 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Now these are on your feet, right? On your toes. Because each toe represents a degree. Man, come on, man. You say, man, this is... Man, come on, yo. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Like, you say, yo, Lamel, you made this up. Alright, I made it up. But if I made it up, this is some clever science because it's connected to the body. It's connected to the way the universe moves as well through you. If I made it up, and I'm going to say this, yo, the universe flows through us all to transmit a certain message. And if I say I made something up, I would be wrong. Just like somebody say if they discovered something, they would be wrong because they actually uncovered it. They never discovered it. They uncovered it. All right? So, yeah, 1:13 on the clock. Yo, look, check this out. Or 1:44 as well. It was 1:13. I got 113 minutes or hour 13 minutes on this video, and it is 11:44 on the East Coast. Kum is the Kum moment. That is alignment. We are in alignment right now. All right, that was an alignment for anybody catching this late. All right, look, check this out. So the 50s you use to measure what's below you, and then you got the 70s to measure what's above you. This is one of the reasons why if you ever look at the MeWe hand, when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you notice, the 2, the 5, the 7 almost look alike. If you ever notice that, the 2, the 5, and the 7 almost look alike. This is tribal, man. I'm gonna keep it real, man. This is all tribal information. What I'm sharing with y'all and what's flowing through my veins is nothing but tribal information, yo. All right? This is the star map of oneself. Now, to summarize this video, I hope you got something great from this because the 90-day water cleanse is coming up. Each day you'll learn a portion of this temple, which is the upgraded version of the Messiah, and you'll learn what is the manifested version of the Messiah, what it represents, and how it is significant to upgrading one's technology. Okay? So the technology is what they once considered to be spirituality. It is now considered to be technology. All right? So I love y'all. 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. Peace to the Messiahs. All right? Y'all have a blessed night.